welcome to my Hey guys, and welcome to my 37 and 38 week bump dates. I guess I just never really got around to doing the week 37 one. I completely forgot about it until today, actually. So today I am 39 weeks pregnant, technically, so we have 7 days to go until our little man is arriving. And to be honest with you, the past week has been absolute hell, but I will just skip that and do my 37 week bump date first, and then get into week 38. So week 37 was pretty uneventful. We did go to our OB appointment, and we're throwing a pretty big curveball when they asked if we would prefer to be co-managed with the midwife team during delivery or just stay with the OB team. We decided that it would be better, well, I decided anyways, that it would be better if we were to just stick with the OB service. That way we didn't have to catch up a midwife on the fly as to all of my problems and everything like that, which they seem okay with, but I don't think they're really happy with that because it means more work for them. But that's about it. Symptom-wise, I did feel a popping sensation at the end of week 37, and there was a small little leak of fluid coming out. So at week 38, I did go into the hospital to OB screening just to get checked out. That turned out to be absolutely nothing. The leak anyways did. And other than that, it was just the same kind of stuff from week 36. At the end of week 37, I weighed in at 144.4 pounds, which is 42.8 pounds up from my pre-pregnancy weight, so not too terribly bad as far as the weight gain goes. And my waist was measuring at 42.5 inches around, which is an extra 15 inches that I'm carrying. And then, so we started off week 38. My mom took me into OB screening. My husband had to work, and so my mom took me with my nephew, and while we were there, they were definitely seeing the contractions. I'm currently having contractions every 3 minutes. They're about a minute and a half apart each. But at my 38-week appointment, and even at the OB screening at 38 weeks exactly, I had still made absolutely no progress as far as effacement or dilation. I'm sitting still right at 50% effaced and maybe half a centimeter dilated. They said it's just the very tip of their finger. So not so great there. At this point, at my 38-week appointment, we did talk about going in for a morphine-induced sleep, which can help bring active labor more fully on. But at this point, I have slept since July 3rd for a total of maybe 7 hours, 8 hours maybe total, up to week 38. And at this point I'm exhausted. I don't know physically how much more I can take of just not sleeping and kind of going with the contractions and all of that stuff. I just don't know how much more of that I can do. So they offered the morphine sleep. They wanted me to do it on Thursday, but my husband and I had some stuff already planned for the day, and things that we needed to wrap up. So I didn't end up doing the sleep that day. And then on Friday, the very next day, I ended up starting to actually lose my mucus plug, to where I actually noticed it like on toilet paper. So we were going to go in Saturday, and I decided not to, just because I wanted to see how everything was going, and if active labor would actually start and none of this, you know, just contractions that are going nowhere kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it didn't go anywhere. Every day I wake up and there's still more mucus plug coming. So, I mean, something's got to be happening in there, but I keep putting off the morphine sleep just because I don't want to go into sleep and then come out in active labor if it was going to start on its own anyways, and then I can just sleep. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Because of the lack of sleep and the hormones and it just being the end of the pregnancy, I am definitely having some major mood swings. I cry constantly. I get very angry very easily. And I'm just, you know, overall just really frustrated. And I think a lot of it just has to do with having these contractions for so long that, you know, at this point I would have thought he would be here by now with everything that I've been experiencing, and it doesn't seem as if anybody really cares so much as far as the doctors and stuff go. So aside from that, my hands and feet are extremely puffy. My feet are so swollen that it feels like they're going to split open when I walk. My hands, I cannot make a fist. I mean, I can try, but it looks like a flapjack at this point. Just so much puffy swollenness. I've tried everything that I can possibly do. The swelling just isn't going away. So at this point, I'm just saying, screw it. It's not going to go away. There's nothing we can do. Hopefully after the baby comes, some of this water will start leaving me. But, you know, despite all the kind of negative stuff going on with me and just being very thoroughly done with this whole process, Luke is doing amazing. When we were at the OB screening room on Tuesday, he had a very strong heartbeat. It wasn't really dipping, it wasn't really rising, it was doing, you know, just exactly what it needed to do. It was very steady, strong, it was just really good. They do think he's up to about 6.5 pounds now based on just kind of palpitation. And, you know, he is still floating. They said he was at a -3 station. So he's still kind of floating. He hasn't fully engaged yet, which is probably one reason why I'm not effacing and dilating at all. Well, not at all, because I am, but not as quickly as I would like. But they can feel his head right there. They can feel the bag of water. They did try and do a membrane sweep, but the OS was too tightly closed for them to do that. So, yeah, this morning I weighed in at 145.8 pounds, so I only gained roughly half a pound from last week, which is really good. I'm glad that the weight has kind of leveled off, and hopefully it'll stay that way. And I'm up to 43 3/4 inches around, so I have gotten larger around. My stomach has definitely dropped. And so I'll show you that really quickly. I'm sitting on a birthing ball, so. Ah! You scared me. You can't do that to me.
I got nervous for a minute. I was like, where'd you go?
I'm right here. About to take myself to the hospital. Sleep.
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
Hold on one sec. Let me finish this real quick and I'll tell you. So that is my 37 and 38 week bump dates. I will hopefully have a baby by the time it is time to get to my 39 week bump date. I am going to film very quickly just a quick video to let you guys know when I do go into labor, if I go into labor on my own. So that is all. I will talk to you guys in my next update. Bye.